Today, the Moon and Pluto will engage in a conversation, urging us to tread with caution. It may be a subtle air of apprehension about the betrayal that may weave its way through our day. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies. Together, we'll gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here, and thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for December the 8th, 2023. Now, we'll start with the numerology because the numerology is amazing because it's an 8 energy. The 8 energy is all about creating financial abundance in our life. We could be looking at our budgets, our spreadsheets. We may be looking at investments. We may be looking at our spending habits. We may be looking at a new way to have a stream of income coming into our lives. This could be a time when something happens to help us do those things. Maybe it's a partner that actually brings in the money, or the significant other, or somebody has a job opportunity for you today where you can go forward and make money. Maybe it's just a learning experience that you can capitalize on for money at a later date. Some of the things that we have to consider when we use the 8 energy is that we have to have a confidence in ourselves. We have to have a courage about ourselves. We have to be willing to take risks on ourselves. And we have to walk with a sense of integrity. Now, if we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 3 plus 8 plus 7, which gives us an 18 energy. The 18 energy is all about the heart center. It's all about your inner child. It's all about the things that truly bring in joy and happiness to you, the things that motivate you, the things that bring you alive with happiness, with passion, with desire, with anticipation. And what are those things in your life? And how do you bring those things into your life on a consistent basis every single day? So you can't wait to get out of bed. You can't wait to jump out of bed and start your day because you know it's going to be wonderful. You know it's going to be fantastic. Okay, astrology of the day. There's not much happening. The sun's in Sagittarius. The moon's going to be in Libra all day today, and it's not until late tonight that it'll move into Scorpio, and we'll have the Scorpio moon for our weekend. The Moon and Pluto do talk today, and so we need to be more cautious. There's a level of distrust or a fear of betrayal that weaves in and out of our day. One moment we feel a desire to be fair and to follow some kind of trust, and then the next moment we're leaning towards suspicions. And perhaps it's not even a person. Perhaps it's the universe, and you think that they're playing games with our sense of security, our sense of wellness. So it's a confusing energy to deal with, but don't let it get the best of you, okay? Just take a step back and understand why you fear a disloyalty from something or someone or the universe itself. You know, is there a guilt that you have to face within yourself, within the relationship? Have they given you reason to judge them in a prior situation in the same light? You know, follow the breadcrumbs and follow your emotion. And do they lead to a truth or perhaps a shame that you hold within that maybe you didn't even recognize it was there until you looked? You know, what are you feeling? Are you feeling shame or anger, maybe a sense of abandonment, a sense of mistrust, rage, sorrow? Okay, let's see what the cards reveal for us. Our underlying energy for today, look at this, the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is about healing, about allowing healing in, about taking the time to recognize that there is healing that needs to be done. And you know what? We all need a little bit of healing. We all need a little bit of TLC. Okay, so don't think like, no, I'm good. No, there's always something that we can heal from, that we can feel better because we've walked through the experience rather than allowing it to pull us down and it be a negative force in our life rather than something positive to push us forward, to propel us forward. Okay, here we lay. Let's see if we can get up so you can see the card really well. But there we lay underneath this heart, our heart stabbed through. But the sky is opening. And the light, actually, if you look at the tips of those swords, the light is coming through those swords and bringing in this divine healing, this divine energy. You know, you're better than brand new after you go through something like this. You ever been in a situation where you kind of had to, say, this can't be anymore, we can't be a thing anymore, or and it was killing you because you knew they cared about you, and yet you weren't feeling the same thing, and you worried about it, and you talked to people about it, and you worried about it some more, and then you finally did it, and instead of feeling all those feelings you thought you were going to feel, you actually feel a little relieved, like you can breathe. Or maybe it's happened to you where you thought you were going to be devastated if this happened to you, and it's this relief that comes over you. Sometimes we hang on to things that we shouldn't be hanging on to. And so when we don't bring it into our consciousness that we need to dispel it, we need to remove that whatever it is pulling us down, weighing us down, a person, a thing, a situation, an environment. The more we can come to life, the more we can be honest with our energy and why we're feeling what we're feeling when we're feeling it. This is a time for great healing to come in. We are in full moon energy, so this is a time to allow the healing to happen. And maybe you did something wrong. Well, if you proved you're human. Okay, well, we all make the bad steps. We all make the bad choices. Every one of us have been there and will be there again. So the more that you can say, you know what, I did this wrong, and maybe it is bringing it out into the open, maybe it is just admitting it to yourself that maybe I wasn't a nice person that time around. And I can work harder today, I can work harder tomorrow to be a better version of myself than I was that day. And allow the healing to come in and flood you in some way. Because I don't think that at the end of the day, it's so much of what's happening out here, it's how we feel in here. I mean, do we live in fear that our safety net can be gone in a heartbeat? Because those are the days we get suspicious. This happened. Oh gosh, this isn't good. Now, if this happens, it'll be even worse. And it's almost like you summon that kind of energy in rather than saying, okay, this happened. Now, here's something that happened to me recently. Okay. I went to my account and there was like a lot of money missing. And I immediately looked and I saw that I was charged by this company. And then when I went into the history and everything, I saw that a month earlier I had purchased from this company. So, okay, but why were they billing me again? So I phoned the number on the slip. So thank goodness, don't throw that slip away, okay? When you get something, keep the slip because it's your only information sometimes back to the person who sold it to you. When I phoned them and they said, "Oh, you must have checked the membership thing. You get this every month." I'm like, okay, so no. So then, they worked out, well, it's already on its way, so we can't stop the shipment. We'll cut it in half and blah, blah, blah. And I thought, okay, instead of fighting it anymore, I'm going to say yes to that. Because I thought, you know what? I was going to order this again in about 4 or 5 months. So I would have had to pay the full amount. Now I'm not paying the full amount. That's coming to me, and I don't have to worry about charges going forward. But, in the moment, right? In the moment, some of the things that can happen to you can seem like, oh my gosh, where's all my money? And then I realized, okay, maybe I'm out of pocket for a little bit of it right now, but 4 months from now, I would have had to pay the full thing. So when you look at the money, I've actually made money in the transaction rather than, was accosted in some way. Although, would have been nice if they would have given me a heads up they were doing that. Anyways, I didn't check the membership box too. I know that for a fact. So it must have been a very, very, very tiny blurred out part on the landing page or whatnot. Anyways, we have the sun here. Let the sun shine in. Today we could feel very empowered. We could feel very empowered today. We want to go forward. We want to push forward to a new path, a new I look at this card so many ways, so many times, But what I'm really seeing is those sunflowers at the very front are very mature sunflowers. So it tells us that we have really, now there's some little ones underneath. So, but we've gotten most of it down now where we can go into the next phase of our development. We're feeling strong, we're feeling empowered because we are looking back and we're seeing the good things that we have done in our life. We're seeing the advancements we are making. And maybe those advancements that we are making aren't turning out, as the rewards we thought, but we're getting different rewards because of it. And so our vibration is heightened. And when our vibration is heightened, our light is stronger. And so that light doesn't come from the sun. It's actually coming from us. And we light the way. And it's like a light switch going on. That path was always there for us to walk, but we were in a kind of darkness, a confusion, a lack of clarity, a lack of understanding, a lack of knowledge. But now we have walked that part of our challenge. So now it is time to go through. We see the next steps that lay ahead. So pay attention to what is being shown to you right now, because it may be very new and different than what has been shown to you in the past, if you are looking for it. Now we have the Three of Pentacles, which is roll up your sleeves and get to work. Here's another one about creating your path, okay? So look at the bottom of this card. Okay, where he's standing, he's painting, he's got the ladder against this wall kind of thing. You know what? I think it was all like that at one time. But he got out his paintbrush and he's starting to paint his path forward. Now, he still has to design the path. And we've got, 4 or 5 days here until we get to the new moon energy. So we've got time to paint it in yet. But notice how we're taking the time to do every brush stroke. Even though we want to eventually have that path drawn in so we can go forward, we do not want to take those steps until we have some dimension to walk into, some structure. So it could be a little bit about strategizing the things that you're going to need in order to go forward, and understanding that if you take this step, then this has to be in place in order for you to stand strong in that footstep. So it's kind of like we're kind of like building, not little bridges, little stepping stones, so to speak. And as we build each little stepping stone, then we step onto it and we're secure in that step because we did a little bit of legwork prior to, in order to ensure that we would stand strong. We didn't just jump and, catch our balance and whoa, that was a close one. This is a small stone on. Oh my gosh. Or it's weaving and wobbling because we didn't structurally make it sound underneath or something. So I don't know how unclear that can possibly get than how I just described it to you, but I can try a little harder. But it's basically, we have to take the time. We have to do the hard work. We have to do the mundane. We have to do some of those little steps in order to make sure that our bigger steps are strong, are forceful, and actually lead us to the path that we want to walk. And we have the Ten of Swords. Everybody doesn't like this card. I'm one of the few that like this card. I was watching Minopon the other day, and he likes this card too. So I was like, yeah, I knew I liked you for a reason. He's great though, isn't he? So here, and it's really the way the artist has done this, because many times this card does look like a crime scene in the normal deck, but the swords are behind us. They're not in our back. Which means they didn't take us down. In fact, they're our shield of strength now, of fortitude, of knowledge, of wisdom. By walking some of those harder roads, we actually grew so much faster. And we're in the here and now, and yeah, we could feel beaten up. We could feel like, wow, did you get the license plate? And you may not even realize it, but the sun is cracking through the clouds. That's already happened once today for us. We feel a strength, right? That light coming down through those three swords. What happens? We are strengthened. What happens when that sun comes down on us? We begin to feel the strength within us. We start to feel the sun on our face. We start to feel the warmth and the vibrancy and the life force. And slowly but surely, we are going to push ourselves off. We are going to dust ourselves off, and we are going to go forward with a strength, with a knowing, with a strong, I hear strong intention. So maybe before, when you took those steps, you hoped, and now you know. Okay, an oracle card. We turn to Nature's Whispers for that. And our card today is Celebrate Differences with the 3 energy. Celebrate differences. Look at all that magic. Look at that. Pictures within pictures. What calls out to you? Could be a very special message only meant for you. You understand that everything in life comes from the opposite. Even within yourself, you have a polarity. Male, female, high, low, good, bad, light, dark. It's our differences that make us unique. We all come from the same collective and all have the light of the inner soul. And the more we learn, the more we grow in our thoughts and attitudes, the more understanding and compassion can develop within our lives. Take a moment to appreciate an individual for the qualities that they are sharing with you, and find what learning can be gained from this situation. It's true that every person mirrors something that we must learn and also that we must teach. So why is that person in your life? What are they there to teach you? And we have the Puffin partnership. See, her Venus is in Scorpio. Just bring that in nice and clear, please. Please. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel something about something. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. So teamwork will give us the best results. Ask for help. More importantly, accept it when it does show up in your life. Okay, feel confident about being you. That was very much the 8 energy asking us to feel that confidence. I think we even had confidence within our reading here. But to embrace a confidence of who you are, where you're going, what you're creating, what you want to manifest, your joys, your dreams, what inspires you. And allow that being your guide. Oh yeah, the 18 energy, right? The 18 energy. It's about what makes you happy, what fills you with joy, what allows you to be confident, what allows you to understand that you are the person that brings joy into the world. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.